SNEAKO hates on Cenat now. Man, SNEAKO's back with the BS. Let's see what he's talking about now.
What's poppin', y'all? After the whole situation that happened with Plagueboy Max and his supposed friend, SNEAKO actually weighed in and yeah, he talked about this whole like conspiracy diva means, I don't know, some sort of demon in some ancient...
Oh my god, bro. At this point, we just like to react to SNEAKO drama because of how stupid he sounds. Like, it's just hilarious at this point. What is he saying?
Religion, which is a nothing burger. However, he does provide a good point when it comes to these other streamers that were there as well.
Hello's from the Bronx. Cenat's from the Bronx. From the Bronx. He's from the town. Like, they're from uptown. Do you think anyone back home that grew up with Tyler or Cenat is not going to say the exact same thing about the diva tattoo for real, bro? They're from the Bronx. Like, bro, Twitch will change somebody so quick. And it's funny, too, that people will call me a grifter because I reverted to Islam 3.5 years ago. No one will call these people grifters for now thinking a diva tattoo is brave. Like, when literally 5 years ago, they'd say exactly what OJ Swap said. DDG, now off camera, they would say the same thing.
So he is correct in that they would say the same thing off of camera, but they understand how to read the room. And they also understand...
Mind you, I mean, that's not the worst take in the world. Like, I'm sure DDG probably thinks that's some sucker shit off camera, but just because you think there's some sucker shit off camera, you don't go and disrespect your friends on camera. That's the difference. And SNEAKO, you've been exposed time and time again. That's why everyone thinks you're a snake. Because you will genuinely call somebody your friend and then try to embarrass them on cam. Like, what the fuck?
Like, yo, you know, he just be like that. Like, for example, when
I got you, Mandy.
Sketch got brought in and he was moving all weird, we never saw it. You guys remember when that whole thing came out about Sketch, about him getting cracked from the back? Silky was in phase at the time, and he's like, yo, you know, I'm still cool with him. When the hell was the last time you seen Phase, or not Phase, when was the last time you seen Silky kicking it with Sketch? He never looked at him the same. I said this back when that happened, and he was not messing with that, and he was not messing with Sketch, and he's not, I wouldn't say he's not cool with them, he's just not trying to be around him. But
which is fine, but you don't gotta put, and again, there's a way to do shit with class. That's the problem with SNEAKO. He don't got no damn class.
Silky understood he had to read the room because you are playing a game of politics. Like, there's a perception game being played, because if people don't like you as a streamer, like what happened to that OJ Suave guy, it doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna have to recover from that somehow. And for instance, like I Show Speed, he had many controversial moments in the past, but none of those affected how his audience felt about him or the audience that he wanted. It was just people that didn't watch him anyway and wanted to just hate. So in this regard, yeah, for sure, he's right. SNEAKO is, but even Cenat asked about the diva tattoo. He was like, yo, what's up with that? And he did it on stream, but he did it in a way with tact. Like, for example, Silky would go and approach that guy, OJ, and Silky, he's tight with Plagueboy Max. You know, Silky's like, yo, I don't know what's up with that whole tattoo that Plagueboy Max got, but he's like, yo, you know, that's just him. And he would approach him diplomatically.
So I'm just saying, I haven't been on the media, so I didn't know that I touched him. Of course, I was being really mean, but I was playing that character. That character is not my opinions. I'm playing the little Jamaican little, feel me, 1 2 1 2. But it's nothing for me to go apologize to Max. People might think I have an ego, but I don't have an ego. I apologize like this. But
you a diva, diva. You know a diva. That nigga was twacking out, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Them clips are funny because it's like almost, I don't know, it's a hypocritical, but he talk about Max a diva. Nigga sound like a diva himself. Nigga talk about something. You know a diva. Why you act like a diva?
You're not gonna make me apologize on your stream. I wanna go see him. Honestly, if I see him outside, stream or not, I'm gonna say something. Now that I didn't see something, I'll go reach out to him. But it's like,
God.
Gang, bro, everybody make a mistake and I'm not held to it. So that's why, imagine, the way that I'm hearing that this is going, I can't be on my phone, gang. And I wasn't on my phone before. But it's like, I'm present.
But look, for me, gang, you know, you for the town, bro, you gotta give him a call, gang.
No, of course. I thought I was gonna see him today. I thought I was gonna see him today, and I didn't. So I'm playing.
Alright.
Well, he's. They look at my eye. They look at my eye like, nah. But
No, I'm not. Nigga, I'm looking at you.
So here, this is quite understandable. He's like, yo, you know, we come from the same city. Black Boy Max is from New Jersey, but he's talking about this OJ Suave guy. He's from New York. So is Silky. And he's like, yo, you know, why did you have to do him like that? And then he says, yo, I don't want to apologize on camera. This is where I got to give this guy respect, because he's saying, listen, I was playing an act. That's not what I really think. And when you see it, he is playing a character.
OJ and Outkast now? Yeah, he fried his shit. The sad part is I you know, if you watched my reaction, I feel like there was some genuineness there. I didn't feel like he was trying to be malice. And for me personally, intention goes a long way. If I look at a situation and I'm like, okay, you fucked up, but were you trying to intentionally hurt me? That's what I'm looking at. And I don't feel like he was genuinely trying to intentionally hurt Max. I don't think he thought that clip was going to go as crazy as it did. But, you know, now you think about it, the clip only went as crazy as it did because Max reacted the way he did. So, you know, and that's where it's like, if you were going to grill him like that and get that deep, the biggest mistake was that he did it on stream. The biggest mistake was that he did it on stream. That was definitely more of a talk in private type of thing.
He's not like that regularly when you see him try to interact with other people.
That shit was beyond corny. I mean, I get it, bro. Like, everybody's different, man. I just know that if somebody did that to me and it was genuinely hurting my feelings, like, I'm not trying to shift blame to Max, but just on some real shit, as a fucking adult with my own free will, I'm streaming to my community. You come up to me and you're starting to say things that I don't resonate with. I'm gonna respectfully be like, hey, bruh, I don't know what you're trying to say right now, but if you want to talk to me like this, you could talk to me like this off camera, but I'm not rocking with how you coming at me right now. You know what I mean? And Max just shut down. Now, I can give him the benefit of the doubt in the sense of, like, maybe he just was so overwhelmed. The whole internet's been grilling him. But the reality is, for something to really fuck with you to the point where you're breaking down on camera in front of your community, there has to be something that internally you got to figure out too. That's not to say that Suave don't, need no criticizing, but like, there's something there, bro. He's clearly battling something. There's some level of identity crisis going on that he's still trying to figure out, and he don't know how to go about it. Because if he was super secure, it wouldn't have got to him like that.
And he's done skits in the past where he's played different characters years ago.
So what we talking about? Don't get me started.
Like,
don't get me started.
I feel like we
These niggas sound sweet as hell.
gotta go off topic because it's like, no.
Like, they just so, oh my god.
And you know the reason why I did this video? I did this video because how I have a call me, right? He called me, he like, what you did today? I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. I'm in the crib just watching TV. He's like, you ate? I'm like, nah. He's like, damn, that's crazy. Are you gonna get me food?
Is he dumb?
Like,
you better get that
I
Uber
was
Eats
so
open.
close. I was so close to posting that on Snap, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let you live.
A diva. These niggas sound like divas.
Shut up. You shut up. You should have fessed that
You
up.
gonna ask me if I ate, then you gonna be like, damn, that's tough. Nah, getting cut
You
off.
should have wrote a status on Facebook.
You have 2 jeans. You got 2.5 jeans.
From Jimmy Jazz. Like, really think that they got it like that when they don't.
So I do think that he's being honest here, and if he apologizes to the camera, what do you
Welcome
think
to
is
the
really
family,
going
Angel.
to happen? They're not going to accept the apology. When has the internet ever said, yo, great apology, man, we're going to clap it up for you, love the fact that you apologized? No, they're just going to hate on him even more. Well, one thing that he didn't understand is how important first impressions are, because once the narrative is on you being a hater, especially how emotionally Black Boy Max reacted, now other people were not messing with him at all. Like, for example, when he tried to go up to Adapt and Ron.
Argentina. What's this? I'm not grabbing your shit. Yeah, I'm good off you, bro. Yeah.
a dork.
Damn. Yo, Ronaldo just called you a dork. Yeah, this nigga, it's fries, gang. It's fries. You might have to, I don't know what other businesses you got going, but your streaming career is effectively over. It's GG's, bro. Just like that.
Now, this is a little bit disrespectful, especially from Stable Ronaldo. They know they're in a safe environment because you could say that you don't want to talk to him. You could say like Adapt. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm good off that.
You're a
but
dork.
to call him a goof, that is really disrespectful. Stable Ronaldo would have caught a slap like Bradley Martin did to him if this was in a different setting. Like, that's just disrespectful. The guy did nothing to you. He talked to your mans, and I do think that this is good by them if it's authentic that they're so tight with Max, and these guys are for sure real friends of his, for them to not even want to interact with that guy. But they're also playing the internet game, which is if they talk to him and they interact with him whatsoever, then the internet is going to say, yo, you guys betrayed Max, this and that. So they have to weigh out all of these different things before just having an interaction, which they could have just talked to the guy and be like, yo, like, what was up with that? Like, we want to know more. How did you meet Max? That's what I would have thought. I was like, yo, how the hell did this whole thing happen? But no, they're on timing and they're just dismissing the guy. The same thing happened with Ray, who gave a little bit more of an honest reaction.
Nah, chat. Nah, stay away from me, bro. You got bad PR.
No.
Yeah, you got bad PR, bro. Bad PR, stay away from me.
It's still shrimp and broccoli, okay?
Hey, Ray funny as fuck. Yo, Ray's really started to grow on me. This nigga talking about some stay away from me. You got bad PR. He keeping it real. He's like, hey, bro, I don't really give a fuck about what you said or what you did. It's just the fact that you got bad PR now. I don't want no bad PR around me. I need good PR. I'm trying to keep that money.
Still shrimp and broccoli. It's still little extra lemon in the lemonade, okay? And ding my bell, okay? Yeah, you want $2? Ding, 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 ding.
Wow, his PR about to go all the way down.
Bro, what is hard? You know what's beautiful about this? I wasn't using social media.
So this is the most honest, and what Adapt and Ron won't say, and it's probably because English is the second language for Ray, so he's a bit more honest. He's like, yo, you got bad PR. I can't be around you. He's like, listen, man, I got to worry about my career. Plagueboy Max is a lot more valuable to me than interacting with you in whatever capacity. And when he would get pressed by it, OJ Suave, by somebody else, he would talk about how it was like a public post, so he felt that he could act that way on camera.
I feel like because Max publicly posted his tattoo, he was okay with whatever opinion. Same way, this is where everybody cut me off, and I appreciate it.
Friend. So it's a difference from the public and then his friend. Why would you make it worse
What the fuck is this nigga?
with somebody that you call your friend? That's up. If you call your friend, just hear me out. If
No,
I
I'm
say
listening.
you my man,
Yeah.
and I already have the public up, why would you make it worse? And now I'm just broken down. I just thought you was on my side. You get what I'm saying?
I understand that perspective, and I can sit down and reflect. But as far as
This is an understandable take to have, but I don't think he took into consideration how important and how valuable a first impression is. So him coming in front of the audience, nobody knows who he is. So this is going to be your first impression. And it would be a funny first impression if Max took it that way. But I don't think he expected Max to just get emotional and break down crying. And I think it's partially because he talked about his family, but that's where I have to look at it like, dog, I don't think that anybody, any other male would have just broke down crying from this. They would have probably got angry.
That's what I was trying to tell y'all earlier. That's where it's like, we can criticize Suave for sure, but nigga, you come on my platform and you start saying X, Y, and Z, and I'm not rocking with what you're saying, I'm gonna just check you. And I'm not even saying it has to be violence or nothing like that. Just on some risk, like, hey, bro, what are you saying to me right now? Like, I'm not resonating with that, so we can just end this conversation here, or, let's reroute it or something. You know what I mean? But Max just literally sat there and started crying, which, again, I get, everybody handles shit however they handle it. But it just shows me, like, yo, Max got something else going on, bro. It's a little bit deeper. It's a little bit deeper.
They would have maybe gotten physical a little bit, something of that nature, but like an emotional breakdown, I don't think that this OJ guy expected it. Like I said, It was a mistake for this guy to come out like that. Like, that's your man's. You didn't prepare this ahead of time, and he probably thinks you're dead serious. And I do think there is an element of seriousness to it. That is his real opinion. He's trying to dress it up and say like, yo, I was playing a character, but you were playing a character to amplify how you really felt and what you really thought. And then Max's reaction, where he doesn't even want to talk to the guy.
And if you cared about me, why are you doing that in front of hundreds of thousands of people? OJ, you have my number. We've DM'd before. I've known you since 2022. If you cared about me, you could have messaged me or you could have pulled me to the side. But you cared about likes, views, more.
Yeah, you're cooked. Max is doubling down on this shit, bro. Your career is over.
Than my well-being. So do not portray as you are trying to help and save me when you are just trying to boost yourself. And for that reason, I know you told Kai you feel bad. You want to talk to me, but you don't feel bad. I don't believe you feel bad. And I don't want to have a conversation with you because if
I think this is, I can't really judge this. He doesn't want to talk to the guy. He feels like if he felt emotional and started crying from when his random audience members that he never even met in real life were clowning him for the things that he was doing to entertain them in his chat that had happened prior to even showing up at Streamer University, then it's consistent with what he was previously saying that, if someone that he is cool with and has a relationship with does that to him in public, then he's going to feel even worse about it than random chatters. The lesson here is that Plagueboy Max is certainly very, very, very emotional and volatile, which is not volatile like a danger to other people, but that's suggested by the decision making that he's made, such as him getting that tattoo because he was high, him getting a bunch of random tattoos that led to him getting an infection and going to the hospital, him getting a vasectomy because he was impulsively getting a vasectomy because he panicked because he decided to go raw in a chick and let it off inside there. So it's constant impulsive decision after impulsive decision. This guy's emotional volatility is way off the charts. I mean, some people could say like this is more emotionally volatile and more impulsive decision making than a girl of his same age that would have the stereotype of making crazier decisions than he does. But it's consistent in the character of Plagueboy Max. And the valuable lesson here is how important first impressions are. Like, this guy, he's gonna have to do some work to repair his image. I do think, as time passes, people will just forget about this, of course. But trying to get a clip off on your friend as your first impression is definitely something that is questionable. But let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Word, man. Yeah, I think he's cooked. I think brother right there is cooked. He's definitely, he looks like he kind of one of them fashion niggas. Maybe he's selling some clothes on the side, or, maybe he got some different businesses he's running. But his streaming career is effectively over. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, though. I gave y'all my thoughts and opinions, man. I appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Tap into the Twitch stream so you don't miss a live stream reaction. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Noty bells on. Catch you on the next one. I'm gone.